Hi, I'm the Lockpicking Cuber, and what I have here is a new puzzle from Calvin Fan, the famed puzzle maker. But these are really quite special, as you can tell. I've got two of them, but I can only fit one on the screen at once. So I'm going to show you this one first. Let's have a look. I haven't actually taken these out of the box yet, so look at that. These are the dragon puzzles. They are extremely heavy. This weighs about 560 grams. And it comes with this beautiful stand as well, so let's get that out. Let's have a look at the other one as well. Okay. So this one's gold. So how do these stand? I guess they just sit on top of the stands like this. Can I put it in an angle? I don't know. Anyway, these feel incredible. They are quite clearly, I guess they're solid metal, or if they're not solid metal, there's not much plastic in here, just judging from the weight. I've got to say, I think this one is absolutely beautiful. I like this one as well, but I don't know, something about that colour makes it look a little cheaper, so I find this one much more appealing, but I'm sure that's a very subjective thing and different people will have different views. So each of these puzzles, of which there are a number, is based on the sons of the Sky Dragon. So the Sky Dragon, according to the ancient story, had 9 sons, and these are 2 of them. There's a couple of others available as puzzles, and I wonder if they'll make all 9 eventually. So this red and silver one is called ChaoFeng, and the completely gold one is called PuLao, and there's a bunch of others available as well. They cost about $80. I got mine from the HKNowStore. I think you can get them from other places as well. Now, question is, how well does this operate as a Rubik's Cube? Now already you can start to see a small problem here, which is that the pieces of the dragon kind of hit onto each other and make it a little hard to make turns, but we'll have to excuse that given its great beauty. So let's see, I'll have a go at seeing if I can at least just scramble this up and then maybe solve it. So I'm going to get a slight sense of what's going on here. So we've got one face with no dragon on at all, and then we've got the dragon sort of wrapping round these faces and then up to the top. Okay, so let's have a go at scrambling it. Yeah, wow, it really is heavy. It feels extraordinary to be scrambling such a heavy cube. Oof. And yeah, that catching is a little irritating, but yeah, there we go. Alright, is this scrambled? I don't know, I've probably done enough moves, it should be. It's a little bit hard to tell. Alright, well, I failed my first attempt on the final algorithm, so I'm going to have another go. Now, just before I do get on with it, I just want to point out the sort of oddities with this puzzle. So you can sort of see places like here, where these 2 pieces of dragon are sort of pitted against each other, and that leads to a divergence between these 2 pieces. There's a bit of an angle there, I don't know if you can see it. This happens a lot while you're solving. You end up with pieces sort of rubbing against each other. Let's see what's happening here. There we go. So this turn is very difficult. It's not impossible, and all you have to do is sort of pull the pieces apart and then it turns. But by default, they're overlapping a bit too much. So I don't know. I guess the point of this is that they wanted the pieces to sit snugly, the piece of dragon to sit snugly next to each other, but it does lead to this unfortunate side effect that it is rather difficult to solve. Then again, I suspect the intent of this puzzle is not really for people to solve it, but more for people to have it on their shelf. But it's a puzzle, so we must solve it. So let's have another go at this. So again, I don't think this is really cheating, but I'm going to have another go using this as my model. So I'm going to start by replicating this, which I'm considering to be the bottom or top layer, depending on how you look at it. So we want this piece to be in the middle, so that I think is this piece here. And then I'm going to be aiming for this piece, which is an easy one to recognize because it's got flat edges on 3 sides. And yet I can't find it. Here it is. Oh, I see. So it's in the right place, actually. It just needs to turn around. If I can make any turns at all, that is. Occasionally you get little runs like that where, oh, I was going to say nothing gets stuck, but then it happened at the end. But that wasn't too bad. Alright, now look at this. You can really see the effects of pieces of dragon pulling the piece of cube apart up here. I'm not too sure why. So it's completely soldered, yet still, yeah, this is the case. These two pieces of dragon here are pressing the cube apart. Is that happening on this one as well? Yeah, we can see it here actually instead. Okay, well there we go. So I got rather lucky with solving the last layer of this one. They are absolutely beautiful objects. It's really hard to express just how heavy they are. I mean, between them they weigh over a kilogram. 2.5 pounds or something, I guess. And they come with these pretty nice stands. Look pretty good. There we are. So yeah, they're beautiful objects. They're not really fun puzzles to solve, I've got to say. I mean, there's some intellectual challenge in them because the pieces are kind of unusual looking, but it's otherwise much like solving a picture cube, a regular cube with pictures on the faces instead of different colours. But with this added, well, frankly, irritation of the fact that the pieces collide with each other and make it just hard to turn. And if you're wondering, is it just bandaging? Well, no, because bandaging is intentional and absolute. If two pieces are bandaged such that they can't move past each other or they can only move together, then that's going to be the case until you find a way to get them into a different state. But in this puzzle, when two pieces hit each other, first of all, it's pretty apparent it's not deliberate, and secondly, well, all you have to do is sort of shift the pieces a bit and then they move past each other. So here we are, two pieces that won't move because of this little collision, whoops, down in there. But if I just pull them apart, there we go, then they move. So are these worth buying? Yeah, I think they're worth buying as part of a collection. That's certainly the way I'm going to view them. They're going to sit on my shelf and I think look very beautiful. They're not worth buying if you want them as puzzles to solve, but I suspect that's not what you would buy them for in the first place anyway. There's 4 of them. I ordered all 4 at the same time, and months later still don't have the other 2, but HKNowStore assured me that they're going to get them out to me soon. Yeah, so there we go. These are Calvin Fan's Sky Dragon puzzles. This one's called ChaoFeng, and this one's called, I don't really know if I'm going to pronounce it correctly, but QiuNiu. I think I said it was PuLao earlier, but it's not. The PuLao one is a slightly different set of colours. So the other 2 that you can get are YaZi, which is a black cube with a, I guess, a bronze coloured dragon. And then PuLao, which is, I think, a similar colour cube to this, but maybe a sort of slightly more silvery dragon. Not very obvious to me. But anyway, these 2 are ChaoFeng and QiuNiu. They cost $79 at least from HKNowStore. So they're not cheap, but given the heft of them and the, well, I'd like to say the quality of them. I think they are good quality. I do think there's an issue with the design in terms of these pieces overlapping, but as visual objects, the design is just beautiful. I think I said before, I particularly love this one, this red colour. I think it's just lovely, and it goes really nicely with the silver. I'm really looking forward to getting the YaZi one, this black one, because I think that might be the most aesthetically pleasing one overall. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed watching me slightly struggle with this beautiful Sky Dragon cube, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.